Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at iOS 15.6 on the iPod Touch 7th generation. So, yeah, first time doing an iOS update video with the iPod Touch, so this will be pretty cool. But let's go ahead and jump into this update and tell you everything that is new. Okay, so first things first is to do with the TV application. So you now have the option to restart a live sports game that is already in progress. You can even pause, rewind, or even fast forward it. So basically, if you're a little bit late to your sports game that you want to watch, you will be able to pick up from any spot in that game. Basically, kind of like how a DVR works. So if you use the Live Sports and Apple TV app, then you'll be able to basically scrub through the entire game whenever you want and rewatch them. So that's pretty cool. Next thing here has to do with Braille devices. So if you have a device and you use Braille, so you can go into your settings, you can scroll down to accessibility. And if you use a device that is Braille enabled, you'll have some new options in there to make things a little bit easier for you. But also Apple has addressed an issue where Braille devices could slow down or stop responding when navigating text in the Mail app. So some improvements to Braille as well as a bug fix there for you too. Another bug fix here has to do with Safari. So there was an issue to where a tab may revert back to a previous page. So if you went to a certain tab and you were, for example, if you're on Google now and you are on Apple, it could go back to Apple instead of staying on Google. So that was fixed too. And then a final bug fix here in this update has to do with the storage bug. So we all know that the storage bug was causing some devices to fill up very quickly up here, or they weren't properly showing the storage, or they were showing too much storage. So that should be fixed here in 15.6 finally. So that was an ongoing issue, of course, and hopefully it is good to go now. And that was pretty much everything in Apple's release notes for the public update. But let's talk about some other things here that is going on. So first thing here has to do with Safari again. So if you go into your Safari settings, and you scroll down the bottom, there's an option, of course, to clear your history and website data. And now when you tap on that, apparently it's going to ask you if you want to close all your tabs or not. So basically what happens is when you clear your history and website data, it kind of just resets everything and actually will close out any tabs that you have open. So now you have the option here to keep those tabs open, or you can close them out completely. So that's pretty nice. Happy to see that in there because I know I clear out my website data a lot. Next thing here has to do with your screen time. So if you set up screen time now, you're going to notice it's going to ask you whether it's for a child or not. And there are some new things in there for communication safety. So it's going to use different things to determine what your kid might be looking at, and it's going to prevent them from seeing stuff that they don't need to see, basically. So you'll have new options for that if you use screen time for your child. There's a couple things here to do with junk. So if you get a international phone call, you now have the ability to report it as junk if you have no clue who it is. And also in the Home app, if you get an invite from somebody from another home, inviting you to their home, and you don't know who they are, well, you can now choose to not do that. So you can block that as well. And then another little annoying thing here was the Apple Music app down here. So if you didn't have it downloaded and you download it again, it would replace whatever app here in the dock. So that should be fixed now as well. And then there was one thing here on the iPad. So if you had an iPod, or just kidding, I have iPod on my mind. If you had an iPad 6th generation, the latest one, there was an issue where it would not recognize your charger. So of course that is a major problem, not recognizing your charger. So that should be fixed now. Hopefully you have enough juice to actually update your device. But yeah, some people are having problems with that. So that should be good to go as well now. And the last thing we'll talk about, of course, is security updates. So Apple always has a ton of security related things that they fix in their updates for all their devices. So you can go to Apple's support page and you can scroll through this list. And as usual, it is a whole lot of stuff. It is crazy to see that they fix this many items, but I guess it's good that they fix them rather than not fix them, right? So there's a lot of WebKit stuff. There's even something with software update. Pretty interesting. Different things like multi-touch, kernel problems, which are usually pretty serious, image IO things, just a whole lot of stuff. There was even iCloud, what I just saw. Yeah, iCloud photo library. Ain't that crazy? But yeah, so a lot of security updates that got fixed. So yeah, guys, that's it for this update here, iOS 15.6 and iPadOS 15.6. Not a ton of new things, but hey, we are getting closer and closer to the release of iOS 16, and there, of course, is going to be a ton of stuff to talk about with that update when it does come out. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching the channel as always, and I'll catch you on the next video.